I can do a lovely barely there makeup in 5 minutes with only 5 products. Want to see? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here and this sounds like your type of content, please hit subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. The idea for this video actually came from one of you. I had a message that said, please, please, please do a makeup video using the least amount of products possible. Well, you're on. It's my kind of game anyway. Because if you know me, you know I'm less about makeup and way more about good skin. I sort of see makeup as a necessary evil. Well, I shouldn't say evil, that's not fair. I'm just not that great at makeup. In fact, I'm a little scared by it. I'm not particularly skilled at application, and I don't even know what to do with most of the stuff that I have over here. And most importantly, I don't like looking like I'm wearing makeup. I mean, heavy, cakey makeup is just such a bad look, in my opinion, particularly at my age with mature skin. But what I do like is that slight blurring, kind of redness covering, sort of glowy, hydrated look. So if I can use makeup to help me achieve it, then I am here for it. I spend a lot of time on my skincare routine. However, I want makeup to be quick. So I've chosen 5 products from my stash over here, things that I use regularly to achieve an everyday look. Now, before I start the application, I'm gonna run through all of the products because I don't wanna get distracted and eat up precious time on the clock. So, the very first thing we're going to look at is the complexion product. This one is by L'Oreal. It is the True Match Super Blendable Foundation. Okay, now this was a total muck up on my part. This is not the foundation that I meant to get, because last year I discovered the True Match Nude Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Serum. I think here it's called the Nude Plumping Serum. It is holy grail status. I mean, I absolutely adore it. So much so that I actually finished the whole thing up. And I never finish a foundation. So I was recently in Boots with my friend Jean, who asked me, what foundation would I recommend? So I immediately said the L'Oreal HA Tinted Serum. So we walked over to the L'Oreal section and I just grabbed this off of the shelf. And the reason was the packaging, because it says True Match on it and it looked like the one that I had at home. Now the tinted serum comes with a dropper. It is horrible. So I went to Amazon and bought one of these little pumps and just replaced the dropper, and it worked a treat. And I kind of forgot that when I went to pick this up, so I just grabbed the one that looked like the one I had at home. Ugh. However, I have been using this for the past week or so, and while the finish isn't quite as dewy, I really like it. It has a bit more staying power too, which is also great. So we're going to use this one today. Now, I just remembered when I recycled my used up bottle, I threw away the pump with it. That's really annoying, actually. So I'm going to have to buy a new one. Or I guess I can just use this one. Okay, so next up is a product that I actually probably wouldn't put in my 5, but I assume a lot of you might give out if I don't include it, and that is a concealer. I don't always need to use a concealer because I don't have really dark circles under my eyes. So usually a foundation is just enough to kind of sort me out there. However, this is my new favorite concealer. Oh my gosh, it is so good. It is by RMS Beauty. It's called the Uncover Up. It is stunning. The formulation is just so beautiful. It's hydrating, it's brightening. It does not settle into fine lines and wrinkles. It just feels so good on the skin. This is gorgeous. Next up is by Jones Road. This is the Lip and Cheek Stick in Rosy Brown. It's a really good multi-use product, although I do wish I'd gotten it in a different color. I really wish I'd gone for the bright coral, although they actually probably didn't have it at the time that I purchased this. Oh well, I probably should pick one of those up. It's really, really good. Here is another product that I may not use every day. It really depends on my foundation and how dewy it is. It is the loose powder by Jones Road. It's called the Tinted Face Powder. I'm using this in light. I actually also have it in yellow, which is perfect for just under the eyes to kind of brighten. I'm really into the loose powders at the moment, and I'm just finding this works a treat. And the very last item would always be mascara. I would never not have a mascara. This is the Liquid Lash Extensions by Thrive. This is a tubing mascara, which I actually really like. Didn't like them in the past. I like them now. I have this both in brown as well as cobalt blue because I'm having a bit of a blue moment. It's just so nice in the sun when it catches it. Now I'm going to use the brown today because I think it's going to show up on camera more than the blue. Okay, I'm starting off with lotioned and potioned skin. I am nice and plump and hydrated and ready to go. And of course that includes SPF because we always wear our SPF, guys, right? Okay, starting with the foundation, I always use a palette. I really don't like putting stuff on my skin. Just one little pump. I'm not even going to use it. My favorite brush is by It Cosmetics. This is just such a great, I think it's called the Luxe brush, two-sided. I always start with it in the middle of my face because that's where my redness is. That's basically where I need most of my coverage. I don't need a lot anyway. Oh, forgot to put the hair up. Might do that in a second here. But you'll see, I probably won't even go all the way out. I do have an age spot there that sometimes I try to cover up. One little pump tends to do it for me. Okay. Okay. Next up is the cover-up. The RMS Beauty. This is just so pretty. It is so incredibly pretty. Of course, I can't get the lid off. So I'm just going to use my finger and I'm going to put it right here under the eyes. Oh, look at that. It just lightens everything up. Do you see the difference? Okay. Now, I'm also going to use this on my lids. I'm not using a separate primer. I can have a lot of redness. In fact, my skin has been experiencing a lot of trouble on the eyelids, of dryness, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of it now. If it's product-based, is it? I'm not sure yet, but we're using lots of oils and stuff, which seems to be helping. Okay. Now, this is where I would generally use my powder, which I will. Not so dry that anything's going to get stuck in there. Okay. Now, what I like to use for powdering, I used to use an eyeshadow brush, but I'm using these little not felt, what are they called? I don't know, spongy little numbers. I bought a bunch of them off of Amazon, and I just find that it's particularly easy to focus in certain areas. Like if you're just doing your eye, you can really get up in there to get rid of some of the extra shininess. I'm not really that shiny right now. This is a lovely makeup that I ordinarily wouldn't set, but I'm doing it for the sake of this video. These things are brilliant. I mean, they're just fab. Okay, so that's that. Next, we're going to go on to the lips and the cheek. This is the Rosy Brown. It's just a nice, lovely, highly moisturizing number. I actually really like the Jones Rhodes lipsticks, all of them. I mean, so incredibly moisturizing. And I'm going to put this on my cheek. So I'm just going to use a brush and I'm going to put a little bit right there. I can carry a lot of redness in my skin, so I don't need a tremendous amount. It just makes me look a little pinched in a good way. Okay, this is where I'm doing something a little different. I'm going to use this as my eyeshadow as well. I generally put it right there just in the crease, just to kind of give me a little bit of a shadow. My favorite product is actually the Jones Rhodes bronzer. That's what I tend to use, but that would be a 6th product. So I'm using this instead. So you can see it gives a little bit of a definition. And funny thing is, because this is so highly moisturizing, it's actually helping my dry eyelids. Look at that. Sometimes videos like this help me find creative ways of using my products in different ways. I love the look of that. I think that's brilliant. Good. Okay, and then the very last thing we're going to do is mascara. Which went where? There it is. Okay. Okay. Look at that. By the way, it says 4 minutes and 32 seconds on the timer right next to me. We are going to make it. Actually not going to put it on the lower lids. Or lower lashes. I don't often do that when it's a daytime situation. I'm going to hit the stop button. Oh no, it disappeared. Oh no. Stop. Okay, we did 4 minutes and 55 seconds. And look at that. So these are sort of the steps that I would do every day. It's a big fat lie. I am going to put a little bonus in there. Tips for mature skin. Sorry, excuse the reach. This is my little miracle product. It's literally in the name. This is by Jones Road. It is Miracle Balm. This is kind of a love or hate product. Not everybody loves these. I do. I have them in loads of different colors, and I'll tell you why. They are so rich in oils that are so good for mature skin. Now, I have been experiencing some very intense dryness because of a device that I use that just, it's made the area under here severely dry, and I'm still combating it. So I use this little Miracle Balm as the last step in my makeup because I almost think it's more skincare than makeup. I know it's not a part of the 5, but I'm going to do it anyway because I do it every day. I need it. I put this right underneath my eyes. It keeps my eyes moisturized all freaking day. And if I need to do it anywhere else, this is a lovely little highlighter. This is in Magic Hour. I know it looks really quite dark. It's not dark. When it goes on, it just has the nicest little sheen. And throughout the day, I mean, I know we shouldn't touch our face, but I'll just go in and it's nice and it's juicy and it's bouncy. And if you need a little extra something, this is the guy for you. Number 6. Sorry, I couldn't keep it to 5. I could have very easily not powdered and used that instead because that I wouldn't have used powder today if it wasn't for the sake of this video. That is it. That is my 5 products in 5 minutes for mature skin. This is very much a Mary look. Like I said, I'm definitely the barely there makeup kind of girl. Hopefully I look like me, but just a little blurry. I like to be a little blurred and a little bit of definition, say, up in the eyes. So that is it for today's video, guys. I know it was a quick one. What'd you think? Did you enjoy it? Do you have some tips and tricks? And if you could do a makeup with only 5 products, what would they be? Because maybe I need to introduce some new things into my routine as well. So I really enjoyed it. It was a nice little challenge for myself, and I hope that the viewer gets to watch this and has some ideas themselves. So thank you so much for joining me in today's video. And please do leave your comments and suggestions down below because I love hearing from you each and every time. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye. Is that okay?
Yes.
Keep going?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
This is the Liquid Lash. That's not the right one. I'm holding up the wrong one. Shite.